Hey, welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to be sharing with you a big haul video. So we're going to be taking a look at all the polishes that I purchased from August, September to now, so like through December. These are going to include my Black Friday purchases as well as a lot of Destash purchases and various indie shops. I have some like old reliables, like I always have Knees Lacquer and Stella Chroma in these haul videos, but I have some new brands that I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on as well. I'm going to show you the polishes in the bottle and give you all my thoughts, as well as show you what they look like swatched on a swatch wheel. All right, let's go ahead and check out what I purchased this fall. So first of all, if you're wondering why I've got festive nails, it's Christmas Eve while I'm filming this. So let me share with you what I'm wearing. The red is ILNP Say Love, which is this beautiful red holographic with a warm shimmer. And then you probably already guessed that the white Crelly was KB Shimmer Baking Spirits Bright. It's so beautiful and festive. So I didn't group these by when I purchased them. Instead, I tried to group them by maker. So we're starting off with some polishes I got from Stella Chroma in their monthly mystery subscription box. I do get PR from Stella Chroma, but I purchased these myself. I really look forward to them each month. I think I end up paying $14, which includes shipping. And I get a surprise polish at my doorstep each month. So this was Stella Chroma's September monthly mystery. It's this gorgeous neon pink with gold flakies. Here's what it looks like in just a couple coats. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I didn't put this on immediately when it came in. It is so much more neon and bright in person than it is showing up on camera. It's gorgeous, and the formula was perfect. So the October monthly mystery, I actually couldn't wait to wear. I wore it back in October. So we're jumping ahead to the November monthly mystery, and it's this gorgeous like earthy green base with a gold to green shimmer and gold flakes. I adore this shade of green. It also had a really smooth curly formula and was fully opaque in 2 coats. How beautiful is that? This next one was a little bit of a surprise. It was December's monthly mystery, and it is this pumpkin-y orange with a red shimmer and some linear holographic. So I'll be honest, I'm not usually a big orange polish wearer, and if there's like a red shimmer involved, I don't know. Something about that combination just doesn't speak to me. But the formula for this was really great. The holographic is so dainty and delicate. I think I'm going to give it a try before passing it on. I also ordered from Stella Chroma for Black Friday a few times actually. So the first shade I grabbed from them was Heaven's Right Here. This is a super dark like teal leaning blue jelly base packed with silver holographic glitter. Can you tell? Now, when I purchased this, I thought it was a black base, not a blue base. And sometimes I don't like dark blue. Like most of the time I don't like dark blue. So we'll see how I feel about this. But like looking at it on the swatch wheel, how could I not love it? It's so sparkly. Another one I purchased in Stella Chroma's Black Friday sale is You Have No Idea, Buddy. This one is like a green leaning teal base with this silvery shimmer. Here's what it looks like built up. It's really pretty. I don't know that this is my kind of shade. I just kept finding myself wanting to add it to my cart, so I went ahead and took the plunge so I could see it in person. These I have absolutely been wanting so much since they released. It was actually a trio and I got 2 of the 3. This one is called Tide Pool. It's this incredible like bright turquoisey teal with a red to gold shimmer and holographic glitter, I think. Here's what it looks like. Just wow. That is so incredibly gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to wear that. Look at the hollow. Oh my goodness. And then this one I ordered and then immediately bought a second bottle for my mom, because as soon as I got this in the mail, I said, oh, my mom's gonna love this. It is Sangria. This one is a bright pink with gorgeous holographic and some like warmer shimmer. This is a Rachel polish if I've ever seen one. Like, it's bright pink, it's sparkly. Sign me up. I think I'm probably going to end up actually putting this on my winter rack because I do not want to wait till summer to wear it. I also purchased a few things from Clionadh Cosmetics. This was kind of the polish that I just decided to grab a little impulsively, and it's called 321 Light the Tree. I guess it was part of a What's Up Nails collab, which I didn't know that was a thing. But it's a magnetic. And you can kind of see the magnetic pigment in there, but I feel like there's so much else going on in the polish that you don't notice it immediately. Here's what it looks like magnetized. You cannot really tell. I'm hoping you can tell a little bit more when I actually have it on my nails, because otherwise, like, this will be Destash. Like, this isn't really a Rachel polish with the blue and the purple. It just looked really pretty in the swatch photos, and I really just wanted this next one. After hearing so many people talk about it, I had to get this one. Psilocybin, is that right? This one was all over my Instagram feed. It is another fabulous magnetic, but this one is like super, super reactive, and seeing the green to the red, oh, it's just really interesting. So here's what that one looks like swatched. It doesn't look super impressive, but I find that I have a harder time doing magnetics on these swatch wheels, and they look a lot better when they're actually on my nails. So I can't wait to give it a try. I grabbed a few from Wildflower Lacquer's Winter Rewind. This first one is Good Friends. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I have this polish. I always wanted a backup of Buenos Amigos. That's one of my favorite polishes in my collection, and now I have one. They're not the same. This one is a little bit more saturated and a little bit more jelly leaning, but close enough. Here's what it looks like. It's really pretty. The shimmer is just gorgeous, and the color is so flattering. I also grabbed this one kind of on impulse called Sunstone 2.0. This one's a bright reddish orange with like this golden shimmer. It is so saturated and vibrant, and it looks really pretty. Again, I'm not that big into orange polish, but I was afraid I'd regret it, so I figured grab it now, and then if I don't want it, I'm sure someone else will buy it later. So here's what it looks like built up. It's a really, really beautiful shade of orange. I just find that orange isn't a polish color that I reach for or get super excited to wear most of the time. I've ordered some Cuticula polishes from different collaboration boxes. This one is from Polished Gamers box, and it is Battle of the Boxes. It's like this really beautiful neon green base with these incredible blue to green flakies, and there's some black flakies too. I missed this when it initially released, and when it came back, I knew I had to grab it because, like, come on. Cuticula's flaky game is so strong. There's no one else, I think. It's a bold statement. I don't think there's anyone else I love flakies from more. I do love a good polished for days flaky, and nailed it, but I think Cuticula's are my favorite. And then I skipped on this polish when it released in Polish Pickup and ended up grabbing it in a Destash, but it's Cuticula Dead House. I thought I didn't want it because it has like a purpley base, right? It's, I think, described as being a blue, but it looks pretty purple, and it's got these crazy like green, blue, purple flakes and tiny black flakes. It's actually finish wise kind of close to Battle of the Boxes with that jelly base, the size of the flakes, and then the black flakes. But yeah, I ended up getting a few from this Destash and was like kind of regretting not picking up Dead House when it released, and so I said, why not? Let's try it and see if I like it. This one I purchased directly from Pahlish Pickup. It's Rogue Lacquer Poison Apple. This one has a clear base, and it's packed with green and red and black flakies. It was intended to be a Halloween polish, but I've seen more people wear it around the holidays, which is kind of funny. I thought I would get around to wearing it this holiday season, but I haven't. So maybe next year, or maybe I'll wear it for Halloween. I don't know. It's just such an interesting shade, I couldn't pass it up. This was another one I grabbed after it had released in a Destash. I think from the same Destash I purchased Dead House from. It is Monarch Lacquer Psycho. It's a really interesting polish. It's got kind of a reddish brown leaning jelly base, this beautiful red shimmer, and then red flakies. It looks so interesting on the swatch wheel, and I've heard so many people say that this very quickly became their favorite red in their collection. Like, I've heard a lot of people say that. So I figured that many people can't be wrong. But just this brown, I don't know. I am liking it right now in this moment, but I thought this base, I might not like it on me, and I keep like flip-flopping a little bit. And then through a trade, I ended up getting LindB Designs. It's Fall-nomenon, which was a PPU shade from October this year. This one is a gorgeous red, and it's got a copper to gold to green shifting shimmer. I was super surprised that this had a very opaque formula. I always associate LindB Designs with having sheer shades, but this one built up really, really well to be super opaque. I had to pass on it when it initially released in PPU because I just have a lot of reds, y'all. But I'm so glad I got my hands on this because it is stunning. I've purchased a lot of Knees Lacquer here lately. This one is Goofy Goober. It's a really pretty soft purple base with some kind of glowy, subdued holographic, and then a blue shimmer. This one I was a little bit on the fence about when it released, but I just didn't want to have regrets, so I went ahead and got it. But now, since purchasing this, I got Sassy Sauce Polish Fun Sized, and I think that one is like the same, but a little bit more opaque, and that one also has a few reflective glitters in there. So I don't know that I need this, and I don't know if I'll keep it. I'll have to like swatch them side by side and see, but it is really pretty. This next one I am so excited to have. It's Knees Lacquer Strength of Courage. It's a beautiful cobalt blue jelly with copper to gold to green shifting shimmer. Every time I see swatches of this, I cannot believe I ever passed on it. Oh my goodness, the shimmer in here is so shiny and bold and attention grabbing. I will say I wish the base were just a little bit more opaque, but I think I can pair it with some kind of base to get it where I want it to be. It's just an incredible shade of blue. This next one I think was a gift with purchase. It's Knees Lacquer, all of these numbers. This was maybe like a Beetlejuice gift with purchase. It's got this caramely brown base with all of these autumnal tiny flakes in there. So when I first got this, I was like, okay, not for me. But I think like layered over a brown, maybe I could love this, maybe. I've been experimenting with browns a lot this year, and I will say this is not the kind of brown I've realized I like. I like something a little bit redder leaning as opposed to yellow leaning, which this is. So we'll have to see. This is 3 coats too. It's pretty sheer. And this is the purchase I made to get that gift with purchase. Are you seeing that shimmer? Holy cow. This is I Myself Am Strange and Unusual. This is an almost black teal base with red to copper to green. I'm loving my lighting right now. Showing all those shimmers at the same time, yes. And hollow flakes. I think this is a lion cousin. So here's what that one looks like built up. I will say the shimmer is not as intense in real life as it is on the bottle, but it is still really, really beautiful. I also ended up getting in a Destash or trade, an old bee's knees that I was kind of wanting to try. This is Knees Lacquer My Sweet Cheese. When this released in the What We Do in the Shadows 3 collection, I told myself I could pick like 4 or 5 from that collection of maybe like 10 or 12 to buy, and in hindsight I wish I would have grabbed every single one. They're all lion cousins, and I know I would have loved them. So I've just kind of, if I come across one, I've been grabbing it if it's reasonably priced. So My Sweet Cheese has a blurply base, red to copper to gold to green shimmer, and then hollow flakes. Here's what it looks like built up. And again, the shimmer is just not quite as strong, but I'll be curious to wear it and kind of see if that's true in every lighting situation. Regardless, it's a really pretty base color. Can you tell I like this finish? Next is Knees Lacquer Syria, which I also got in a Destash. That's what a lot of my purchases have been here lately, trades and destashing. It is a red base, like a cherry red base with a warm copper to gold shimmer and holographic flakes. Here's what it looks like built up. It's a really pretty shade of red. I just wish it was a little bit more primary. feel like I'm being really picky, but I think it leans just a little bit pink. Just a little bit. Am I crazy? I might be making that up. But I wish it was just a little bit more primary and maybe slightly deeper. That would be amazing, but this is beautiful. And then a recent purchase is Knees Lacquer, Source of My Joy. This was from the Baldur's Gate 3 collection, and it just has a really beautiful green base. I don't know what it is. This is the Stella Chroma I was talking about before, about these kind of like earthy greens. I'm really loving them right now. And then it has this larger particle like green to blue shimmer. It's so pretty. Here's what it looks like built up, and I just, I love this color. I honestly thought about getting Mama K too. That was the other polish in this finish, but I just felt like I had something similar to that and nothing super similar to this. This is stunning. And then when I ordered for Black Friday, I got this gift with purchase. This one is Change Often Feels Unpleasant. It's so interesting. It has this mid-tone blue base with this linear holographic, black flakes, and some shimmer in there too, I think. It actually turned out to be a little bit more sheer than I thought it would be, so I'll be curious when wearing it to see if there's any visible nail line or if it's more opaque. And then the last Knees Lacquer for now, got a lot of Knees Lacquer, y'all, is Ghost with the Most. This one came in the Beetlejuice Fandom Flakies box, which I purchased. It's Knees Lacquer and Night Owl Lacquer. I could not miss out on this. Like, I hemmed and hawed about this polish for a while. Since they shared the spoilers, I was like, oh no, I need that. Like, I can't recreate that. I've got no green like this in my collection, and it's not coming off very color accurate. It's a little bit less bright and a little bit deeper and slightly more yellow leaning in person. But between those crushed like metallic-y flakes and the black flakes and the hollow, like I would have to combine a lot of toppers to try to recreate this. So it was worth it for me to grab it. Here's what it looks like built up. It's pretty color accurate here. It's just a little bit more like slimy in real life, but how cool is that? And then this was the other polish in that duo. It's Night Owl Lacquer. I myself am strange and unusual. It's funny, I got two polishes with that name in this one haul. This one has kind of like a warm purpley magenta base with all of these shiny flakes in blue, purple, pink. I actually was not interested in this polish and planned to immediately destash it, but thought I would swatch it just to kind of see. And here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats. Verdict's still out. I don't like how I can't see the flakes very well. Like, the base is so dark that it kind of conceals the flakes, and I'm not super drawn to this base color anyway, so I should probably just destash it. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, y'all, and I made my first Lurid Lacquer order. Oh my gosh! I feel like this brand was like the it brand, the new it brand in 2024, and I love it because just each collection feels like so intentional. Like, there's so much thought that goes into every polish and the theme and inspiration. It's just like, it's very deep, very artistic. But I grabbed a few shades from her. Lurid Lacquer Joie de Vivre. This one is like way out there, but it was just too beautiful to pass up. It has, I think, a clear base, reflective glitter, and all of these like, oh my gosh, copper, gold, pink flakies. They're so shiny. Here's what it looks like built up. And again, my camera's just not really doing it justice. I mean, it looks pretty on camera. It looks way prettier in real life. It's just super, super sparkly. This next one is also from Lurid Lacquer, and it's Top Bunk, Middle Bunk, Trundle Bed. This one has a really beautiful, gosh, this is so hard to describe. A really beautiful, like dark sky blue base with this intense, like mid-toned blue, kind of, I don't know, sky blue shimmer. It is so pretty. And again, the camera's just, it's not doing this justice. It's incredible. Here's what it looks like built up. And yeah, just in natural lighting, this is going to look sensational. I'm very tempted to put this one on my winter rack because I can't wait to get it on. I keep staring at it. Like, I have had all these hauled polishes lined up on my nail desk for a week, and this is the polish I just keep picking up and like staring at because it's so glowy in real life. This one I got because I've been kind of curious about, and I wasn't sure if I'd like it. I freaking do. I'm like very excited to get more from this brand, and they're going to be at Polish and Beauty Expo, which I'm also going to be there. If you're going, you'll have to let me know. But this one is Lurid Lacquer, You of Unshakable Conviction. It has a really beautiful like reddy pink base, which I'm not always into, but it just works in this polish, and this copper to gold shimmer that's so strong. Here's what it looks like on the nail wheel. It's so pretty. It's like a sunset. Sometimes that base looks kind of purpley. Oh my gosh. Oh, this brand gets me excited about polish. Like, I'm always excited about polish, but this brand, like, it gives me energy, you know? And then the last Lurid Lacquer, you're probably like giving me side eye about. It is Indomitable. This one is a purple. A primary purple. Yes, I know. I know. It is the glowiest purple shimmer ever. It has this like wildly beautiful, intense primary purple base and then super strong purple shimmer. It's out there. I just finally had to get my hands on this purple because every time I saw someone swatches of it, my jaw hit the floor and I needed to see it in real life. I will say, like, looking at it like this, I'm like, I don't know if I love it, but I have to try. It's such a pretty shade of purple. And the shimmer is just wildly glowy. It's gorgeous. Next, we have some Destash purchases. This one is an old Cadillacquer that I've wanted since it released, and I just kind of had, you know, assumed I'd never get it and just accepted that. But it is Cadillacquer Trolljegeren. I'm sorry, I should know how to say that, but I don't. It's polish pickup from October 2021. It's got this sky blue base, these light blue glitters in a variety of sizes, and like orange to gold shimmer. I shopped PPU when this released, but I thought I could skip on this, and I've regretted it since. So I had to grab it when I saw it in a Destash, and it's so beautiful and so perfect for winter time. Oh, I can see it now with like the beautiful snow. And this one was on my lemming list as well, and it was from the same Destash, so it just felt like it was meant to be. This was Pahlish Persephone. This is a warm purple base with gold flakies. I love all polished gold flaky polishes. I could purchase them all, and I know I would love every single one. Here's what it looks like built up, and that just screams like, oh, cozy night by the fire, warm drink in hand. It's vampy and it's fabulous. I think the only polished gold flaky polish I'd ever destashed was Clockmaker, which was a muted yellow base. That one I didn't like, but every other gold flaky polish I love. Next is a Polished for Days purchase. These I purchased back in Halloween, October. This one is Polished for Days Eternal Glow. It has a cool purple base with a red to copper to gold shimmer, I think. So I purchased this before wearing quite a few Polished for Days shimmers and realizing I didn't like them. So I'm a little bit nervous about this one because I think I'm kind of realizing that my kind of shimmer is like this, where the base color is like most attention grabbing, and then you see the shimmer also. Sometimes these Polished for Days shimmers are so packed with shimmer, which sounds like a great thing, and it is for some people, but they're so packed with shimmer that sometimes, depending on the lighting, you don't even see the base color, and that's not what I want most of the time. However, I took this swatch wheel all around my house, and I have to say it looked really pretty regardless of the lighting. So hopefully I love it. I really like this base color of purple. I think it's such a like flattering, soft, muted, beautiful shade. And I could not miss out on this one. This one was so captivating. Mean Ghouls. Yeah, Polish for Days Mean Ghouls has a purple base. Got quite a few purples in this haul. And it's got these fiery flakes as well as black flakes. This is another finish. Give me all of them. I want every single one. Here's what it looks like on the swatch wheel, and it's just, I mean, it's undeniable. Everyone is going to like that. Just kidding. But I sure do. It's so pretty. And then I had a friend who was kind enough to send me some polishes. She'd heard me mention that I would love to have a specific polish in my collection, and she had a second bottle and sent it to me. What? So nice. And then she sent me some other things too. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. Like, seriously, made my day. Still making my day months later. This is Polished for Days Everybody Scream. This one has a black base, pink and purple flakes, and hollow flakes. What? I cannot believe she sent me this. Is she in my brain? Because this is like, I don't know how I missed this. This was a For the Love of Polish box. That's probably why. I don't shop too much of those boxes. But had I seen this released individually, I so would have gotten it. Like, I love a black base. I love hollow flakes with a black base. You know that if you've seen my favorite blacks video. And I love these gorgeous like pinky purple princessy flakes in this black base. It's just so fun. So here's what it looks like built up. Really beautiful, and those flakes glow much more in person. She also sent this one from Jen and Berries. Are you seeing those flakes? It's called Eat Glass. This was part of Schitt's Creek Valentine's. I think this collab is with Wildflower maybe. But this one has a light blue base with all of these incredible glass-like iridescent flakes, and maybe some black flakes too. And these flakes kind of remind me of like Cuticula's flakes. With their iridescence. No, they're not the same. These are a lot shinier in the Jen and Berries, but they're really pretty. This is also one I think I might add to my winter rack because it just looks so snowy to me. And this is the polish that I really wanted to add to my collection that she had a backup of and so generously sent to me. It is the Crone. This one has like a silvery gray base with a blue and purple shimmer. It is so gorgeous. I think it's a lion cousin. So here's what that one looks like built up. And this one also to me just screams winter. Like, it's so gray but very sparkly, and that shimmer is shiny. And then she sent me this cute little mini Cirque Colors Delirium, which I love because I did not have Delirium in my collection. And I'm not typically a big fan of minis, but I can so get down with a mini topper. So this one has, I think, mostly scattered, but it might be scattered and linear holographic. It is super sparkly. Like, when each little particle catches the light, it's beautiful. So here's just one coat over the swatch wheel, and I feel like this is going to give me the beautiful subtle sparkle that some of my favorite Cirque Colors shades have. The ones from the Twisted Tea Party collection, and maybe like Cirque Colors Jet Setter and REM and Hygge and Succulent Garden. Like, you know, those shifty shimmers with the dainty holographics. I love those. And then the last one that she sent my way is a cracked polish. And this was my first polish from this brand. It is now not my only polish from this brand, but this is another brand that I feel like just kind of took over in 2024. And it is called Sandy Cracks, which is the most ridiculous name. This one is like an orangey, kind of tanny brown, and then it's got all of this beautiful holographic. It's very subtle, and it might be gold holographic. It's an interesting combo. This one I'm actually not super sure I'm gonna keep. It's just not a color that I see myself reaching for. It's so close to my skin tone that it kind of pulls a little bit like mannequin handsy, which is not always my vibe. And I also ended up ordering from Cracked for Black Friday this year. So I had to get my hands on 23 flavors. This one I've seen all over my feed this holiday season. It is a dark, rich, vampy red with a glowy shimmer. It might even be a metallic. Here's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. How rich and vampy is that? Oh my goodness. This one might also be joining my winter rack. Yeah, I've been wanting to buy from Cracked since they launched, but some of their releases just haven't spoken to me. But with their Black Friday sale and wanting to support Caitlin swatches and wanting to support this brand, and I ended up getting a velvet like horseshoe magnet from them for my mom, I was like, why not? I've got to try them. So I also got Situationship. This one is another beautiful red, but this one's much darker and richer and vampier. It kind of reminds me of like a red to black multi-chrome. Here is what that one looks like built up. All of these were very opaque. It felt more like I was applying like a mainstream polish, which I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think indies often tend to be super sheer, and it was a nice change of pace to have some opacity. I couldn't resist getting this incredibly bright pink. This one is Cheeky Bottoms, and it is a beautiful neon pink cream. This had a wonderful formula. In real life, it's a little bit warmer than it's coming up on camera right now, but yeah, this one in the summertime, yeah, that's perfection. I also got this pink jelly. I think these were marked down to like $8, so I was like, why not? This one's called Bubblegum Yum Yum. This one is a bubblegum pink jelly. Here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats. And 3 coats, I think it's going to reach full opacity, but it's nice having the option with the sheer polishes I have in my collection. I could layer this under a more sheer pink and get a more opaque look, while still keeping like that squishy, juicy finish. And then the final Cracked polish is the one that maybe like took me most by surprise, and it is Cracked Cornea Killer. This one is a neon orange. Like, it's a neon orange with orange and gold shimmer. Caitlin recommended this one to me, and I was just thinking, you know, it has a gold shimmer. I have KB Shimmer patch things up. I love patch things up. I won't love anything more than that. But this is different. Patch things up is like a summer to fall transitional shade or fall shade. This is summer. Like, this is a neon orange. It is bright. Here's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. Again, it's just not coming off bright enough on camera. Holy cow. It's good. I'm very excited to get this one on when it's summertime. And then my friend Jackie Bodick, she offered to send me some polishes she made. And of course I was like, yes. And they're beautiful. I guess her brand is called Sips and Tips, but she doesn't have like an official brand page. I don't think she sells her polishes right now anyway. But it was really cool to try polishes that she made. Jackie is wonderful. But this one has a purple base. Oh, and it's called Cauldron Fire. It has a purple base, red to copper to gold to green shimmer, and that is super intense, as well as some black flakies too, I think. Here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats. I wasn't sure of this one in the bottle, but it looks really, really pretty on the nail wheel. That shimmer is so vibrant and strong. She also sent this one over, which is called Life of the Party, and what a perfect name for this polish. I think it has a linear holographic base, pink reflective glitter, yeah, and maybe some shimmer in there too. It is so sparkly. So here's what this one looks like built up. It is pretty gritty built up, so I will definitely be wearing it with a glitter smoother. But yeah, it's got a lot of shine. Like, can you imagine this in sunlight? My goodness. She actually sent over one more, but I also wore that in October, so it's not with these hauled polishes. This one doesn't have a name, but it's really like a soft, muted, light blue base with a gold to green shimmer and then some holographic as well. Here's what it looks like built up, and it just has this soft kind of wintry feel to it. It definitely could join my winter rack and fit right in. And then the last Black Friday sale that I purchased from was Kathleen and Co. This is Return of the Living Dead 2.0. I don't know anything about the initial release of this polish. I just saw it on their site and I wanted it. So I got it. It's a magnetic. Oh my word. It has a blue base and then like a gold to green magnetic pigment, and it is so sensitive to the magnet. So here's what it looks like built up, and I'm kind of realizing about myself, I prefer my magnetic polishes to have nothing in them except magnetic pigment. Like those Clionadhs we looked at, they are pretty. But I just, like, I want the magnetic pigment to like steal the show, and I feel like when they're simple like this, I like how they look velvetized with the horseshoe magnet or with a cat eye effect. I like them both ways, but when they have flakies and other things going on, I usually only like them with the cat eye. And then the polish that led me to order from Kathleen and Co was Linger. This one I think was described as having like a black base, and it's got red to copper to gold to green shimmer and lots of holographic. When I saw this in Caitlin's video, I had to get it. In person, it's not what I expected though. I thought it would be black. It's not black. It's got like a gray base. And I think it's so sheer that it could layer over other things, which I actually prefer, because after purchasing this, I realized I have some kind of Wildflower Lacquer. It's an old polish of theirs because it's in their square bottles, but has a similar description to this. But that one has a much darker base and this one's lighter, so I'm glad I didn't dupe myself. I've been really good this year about not going into TJ Maxx and Marshalls and buying polish, because most of the time what I find there is not stuff that I had set out to get. It's just like, oh, I don't have this. It's only $5. I'll grab it. And then before you know it, you have like 5 of them you're getting. And then you end up with a ton of OPI that, if you're me, you don't ever wear. But I did go there and saw a few polishes that I thought I'd heard positive things about, and so I decided to grab them. This one is OPI Things I've Seen in Aber Green. It is a very dark, warm green cream. This had a beautiful formula, and I think it is going to help me create some stunning combinations. It does not seem like a Rachel polish. But the formula was so great, I could see myself really enjoying this. I'm not sure how yet. Maybe with like a gold flaky topper. And then this one I'm actually excited for. It's another orange. This one is Susie Needs a Locksmith. It's a really pretty orange cream. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the shade of orange, if it has just a little bit of red in it. But I find it to be much more flattering than other pumpkin orange shades that I usually tend to reach for in the fall. And then last, I ended up doing a trade with a friend, and we traded a whole bunch of polishes. So I feel like I did pretty good with purchases from August till now, because a lot of what I shared with you today was either stuff I got via a trade or I got sent from a friend. Many of the things were not purchases or gift with purchase. Like, I really feel like I lucked out this time. But anyway, this first one that I traded with my friend, I got ILNP Cygnus Loop. This is a multi-chrome. It shifts blue to purple to gold to green. It is maybe like there's copper in there and like some pink. It is super shifty and beautiful. I don't think I tried ILNP. Actually, no. I have had one ILNP multi-chrome. I had Buyer Fringence a long time ago. Was not crazy about that. I didn't purchase that one though because I liked the colors. I purchased it for a review video. So this one I was like, you know, I like the colors. I want to give it a try. And this is another one I am thinking of adding to my winter rack. I just think multi-chromes are perfect for the winter time, because with the lower lighting, you get all the shifts all the time. I told you we weren't done with the bee's knees. They just keep coming. I also traded and got As Above, So Below. This one I skipped on. I regretted skipping it. And so I'm excited to have it now. It's another one I'm thinking about adding to my winter rack, which is already full. So I'm gonna have to do some major decision making. But like, how gorgeous is that? It just has so much depth. The base color and then the shimmer in there, the hollow flakes. Oh my word. Stunning. And then this one was a big surprise. This was a polish my friend loves and had a backup bottle, and she decided to give me her backup bottle. Thank you, friend. I'm really excited for this one. It's called La Prima Strega. And this one I don't remember releasing, but it has like a mid-toned blue base. It's kind of like denim-y, and then like a gold to green shifting shimmer, holographic flakes, and black flakes. It's so sparkly. It's another one that would be just so perfect for the winter time. And I am like very much falling in love with these black flakes. Like, they are so stunning. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to put this one on my winter rack. This next one is a Garden Path Lacquers. Are you seeing that shimmer? Oh my gosh. This one is Blessed with Beauty and Rage. It has a teal base, teal micro glitter, and then red to copper to gold shifting shimmer. This is another one that since it's been like laying out on my nail desk, I just keep picking up the bottle and staring at it because the shimmer paired with the base color, it's speaking to me. I adore it. Next is a Great Lakes Lacquer, which I just have to get more of this brand. I always say that and I never grab them. And then everyone posts their swatches and I kick myself. Like, what am I doing? Why don't I buy them? But this one looks so pretty, doesn't it? It is called Making Peace with Past Indiscretions. It has like a teal base, some scattered holographic, and then multi-chrome shimmer that shifts like a teal to blue to purple to pink. Here's what it looks like built up, and it's a unique one. Like, it's just one of those polishes I can look at the bottle and no, I have nothing like it in my collection. So interesting. This one was like meant to be. It's Polished for Days Dragon Breath. It has a purpley red base and then red to copper to gold shifting shimmer and hollow flakes. This one I actually went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about when it came back last year on the Polished for Days site, and I didn't get it, and part of me regretted it, and then my friend offered to trade it and I was like, yes, immediately, yes. Here's what it looks like built up, and I love something about this base color. Oh my goodness. It's so vampy and rich. I like it. I like it a lot. And then next we have a Schlee, which I currently have none of in my collection. Not anymore, because I have this one. It is Along Came a Radioactive Spider. This has a black base and like an entire rainbow in it. Rainbow flakes, rainbow holographic, like holy cannoli. I can't say no to this. Here's what it looks like built up, and I just have a hard time believing I'm not going to love this. Like, come on. Another one that I would love to put on my winter rack. Just a couple more. This one was also meant to be 90 Lacquer Stuffed. So this one has kind of like an off-white base with gold holographic micro glitter and orange and brown micro glitter. So this one was not like on my official lemming list because I knew I'd never get my hands on it because Just Face 90 isn't making polish right now. So it's just kind of unusual for me to see this brand in Destashes. But y'all know, I mean, you should know, I love a festive crawly, like... So now I have one for Thanksgiving because that's what this was inspired by. Like this with an orange and a brown. Are you for real? Like, yes. I want that on my nails. And then the final polish I have comes from Dom, and it is called Jack Frosty's. This one has a white base and green to purple shimmer. How pretty. This one is also just like perfectly wintry. It's beautiful. Dom's another brand I don't have a lot from, and I need to change that. So those are all the polishes that I purchased or were gifted in some cases this fall. Let me know down in the comments if you have any of these or if you're going to be on the hunt for them now. If any of them are currently available, I will link them down in the description box so you can shop. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!